All right, so this is my bag of putters. I have a motto that is something like, the more putters you have, the better putter you are. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's something I live by. And so we're gonna compare, I've got all the L.A.B models here. We're gonna compare them to some putters that you might have in your bag and see those differences in feel. I'll try to describe it. And we'll kind of talk about, yeah, I don't know, should you switch to the L.A.B or not? That's really nice. And we got thunder in the background. Yeah, okay, now here we go. Holy God, you should go. Yeah, you go back to the cart. So let's get these putters ordered. The first step is a fitting. You just submit a video. So I submitted this video here to them next to a door, guessing so they could measure the length, which I provided them the length. It's the angle, which they needed that for. See, I figured that out there. So that they could get this angle correct, which you can see is pretty specific. And then got the Broomstick putter too. You can see I used my driver for that fitting, which is pretty unique, but very smart if you ask me, because I am kind of in a weird place where I'm not close to much golf stuff or fitters or things like that. So very handy, fan of that. All right, come around. Let's get these things ordered. Let's start at the top. I want to try the Link because this is that blade style putter, and I have played a blade style putter on and off again. It's actually what I was using before I got this one. So, okay, so my friend Calvin over at L.A.B, he's been helping me out with this fitting, said that the Link is the firmest face, just feel off the putter. So he suggested the Acra because it's a little softer. So we are going to do that one. So you can see that. Anyways, all right, shaft length. We were at 35 inches. All right, easy, Link. All right, next up, the Mezz.1 Max. That's cool. The red is cool. It looks good in person. For the shaft on this one, let's go this L.A. Golf. So we can do that there. Hearts? Hearts, anybody? No, we'll go single line. I like that the most. All right, so we're going to go back to the Mezz.1 Max because I want to do one more thing. I asked the guys if I could try out a Broomstick. We saw Lucas Glover been on, so we got to try it out. I really want to try this cappuccino color. How good does that look? That is so cool. Shaft selection on this one. We are going to go the TPT on this one. I have a TPT shaft in my driver, so I'll have one in my driver and in my Broomstick putter. I like that idea. This build is great. I like this. All right, so we got our 3 putters ordered. I'm going to dive in, maybe learn how to hit a Broomstick putter first, and then get you some thoughts on how they compare, what's different, what's the same. Let's get into these L.A.B putters. All right, so let's start out with the blade style. We're gonna talk about, this is the Link 1 from L.A.B, and then what do I have here? Here we go. I've got a classic Bettinardi BB1. So we got both our blade style putters here. Let's talk about the differences that you might feel switching from a normal blade to the L.A.B blade. All right, so we're gonna hit the Bettinardi first, just your classic blade, you know? Let's give this a feel. I mean, it's really nice. This is a great putter. It looks good. And this is a toe bounce putter. Ooh, made it. So what that means is, I'll go this way, or I'll go to you, is that when you go like this, the toe hangs down, right? So that means you might, when you open and close it, it might open and close more on your putting stroke, which is kind of the opposite idea of the L.A.B putter, where it's lie angled balance. So maybe we can put that video of the explainer video, but when it moves in the plane of the stroke, like this is the plane here, and it moves, it's balanced to that plane, so the face isn't moving. And that's the whole idea, is that it stays more square, because having a square face to your target is super important in putting. Okay. So let's feel it though. What's the actual difference when you're hitting putts? I mean, I definitely feel the weighting is different. You can tell that for sure. It kind of has both of them kind of have a click off the face that kind of actually feel pretty similar. You know what is interesting is literally, I kind of feel the weight being on the outside on this is the Link is what it's called. Like you feel that weight there, and you feel that you just feel it's balanced differently. That toe doesn't rotate like it wants to on this one. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely,
a different feel. I'd say it is noticeable as soon as you pick it up. And primarily, I think what you're feeling is these weights. Honestly, that's kind of what it feels like. But all right, so the next thing I want to look at is the Mezz.1 Max. That is this guy, which you've no doubt seen. A lot of players are using that out on tour. And let's compare it to like a classic mallet, right? Like, you could compare these two putters. Let's see what they feel like. Okay, I want to try to describe the feel difference. Besides like just what it feels off the face, I want to describe like the weighting, and there's somewhat of a difference. Maybe this one is a little heavier, the Scotty mallet here. But I'm having a hard time describe this. You can definitely feel a difference off the face, just like how they feel. The forward press makes a big difference for me with how it feels. But like with that lie angle balance technology, the different feel of the weighting, it doesn't feel huge between these two. Yeah, I mean, that's maybe the best way to describe it. What I want to do now is compare this to the original, the DF 2.1, because this is where I notice a big difference and can really feel that lie angle balance tech. So this is the original. I've had this thing for like 4 years now. And then I got the same color with the new one, because let's just try them back to back, right? See how they feel. So I ended up playing the 2.1 most of last year. I had it in my office for a while, and I finally grabbed it one day and I was like, holy crap, this thing is really interesting. And I took it out to the course and really enjoyed it most of the season. So, okay, I'm gonna hit one with this. Then we're gonna hit one with the Mezz.1 Max. Yeah, so I mean, immediately, this just feels way more stable. Like in the backswing, I don't feel like it's rotating as much. Like I feel a little rotation in the backswing with this one. With this one, it's more solid. And I've used this before, but it feels like it's on train tracks. Like, it is really good. A bit of a ping, like it kind of pings when you hit it, versus more of a solid click off that face. But the weighting and the way that this club feels when you swing it is very different than this one. And it's so funny to think about that. Now, both of these have that forward press built in, which I really like. I think it definitely helps me. This has that, it has like a ping to it, which I don't love. But the way that the weighting feels on this is so much more stable. Like you can feel that. Like, oh yeah, that's this lie angle balance stuff they're talking about on this putter, which is really cool. Ah, there we go, finish on a make. So those are the difference there, Mezz.1 Max and DF 2.1. If you really want to feel that like lie angle balance thing that you can see in that explainer video that L.A.B talks about, I would definitely go with this one because you can feel it more. And I think, you know, if some people are saying like, oh, it's a spaceship, it's so big, you just kind of get used to it, honestly. Like if you use it for a couple weeks, it's something that you're gonna just kind of like, okay, now I'm gonna get it. I feel it feels good. I would also try the press. If you forward press, I would definitely try out this grip and this concept here. Really cool. There's all kinds of different shafts. When I was talking to the guys to put on, they recommended these different shafts for different putters. Really, this has got the L.A. Golf and this Mezz.1 Max, which is really cool. Can I totally feel the difference? Honestly, it's hard to tell with putter shafts the difference. So I don't know how to recommend there. I just kind of was going with what the experts shared on that. But that's kind of the breakdown for you. If you want to try this because you're interested in the tech, I would recommend trying this one. I think it feels totally unique and different, and you're gonna be kind of like intrigued when you first hit a putt with it. If you want a blade style, that link definitely, you can tell the difference between your normal blade. So try that one out. And then if you really wanna get wild, yeah, here we go, check this out. Get yourself a broomstick. This is my project for the season, is trying to learn how to use a broomstick putter. I mean, check this thing out. I want to be like Lucas Glover and Ben On and see if I can revolutionize my putting with the Broomstick. I'm a work in progress on this one. Been practicing. A lot of different grips I've tried and styles, but this has me intrigued. The Broomstick from L.A.B is definitely taken off. Super cool TPT shaft in there as well. This thing just is, I don't know, I get excited when I see it and start thinking about practicing with it. So this is my experiment. So maybe that helps explain why you're seeing these putters everywhere and should try one out. The fitting process is super easy. You just go on their website and then get an awesome putter. I would recommend, if you really want to feel it, go for that DF 2.1, the original one, so you get that maximum kind of effect of it, or the Link if you want that blade style. That's my recommendations for you. And then hopefully you don't end up with a bag of putters like me. Or maybe you're with my philosophy of the more putters you have, the better putter you are. I don't know. I kind of like that philosophy. Anyways, it's fun to try them out. Hope it helped. If you do have a question, if you want to know anything specific about these putters, like how they feel, comment down below, let me know. I'll try it out. I'll kind of do whatever test you're looking for, and yeah, we can keep coming back to this bag. It's a good bag. I like that. I like it. All right. Thanks for watching.